How's it going, guys? So this morning, took the day off. Need to figure out what is going on with the vehicle. I had it inspected last week on the 26th, and it failed due to a couple different things. So they claimed that it failed because it needs both lower ball joints, front brakes at 1 millimeter, and rotors are grooved, and the front sway bar is broken. And not only did they say it was broken, they said it was hanging down from the vehicle. It's like it snapped and it's hanging down. So I ordered all the parts. There's some of them in the back seat, and jacked it up last weekend. And I didn't check the ball joints. I checked the seals. The seals are fine. So there could still be some play in there, but I know they're not like blown out because they still have all the grease in there. But I said front brakes were at 1 millimeter. They have about this much on them. And as you guys know, if you work on vehicles, they only come with like this much. So they have about half their life left in them. And that was on all, front pads, 2 on each side. And then they said the rotors were grooved from the brakes being that low. The rotors are completely smooth, completely shiny on both sides, no indentions in them on either side, on both passenger and driver side. And then the main one, the sway bar, that was the most concerning one. I ordered a sway bar. It's actually in the trunk, and it's a big 1-inch solid bar. Like, how do you even snap that thing? And I go underneath there and look at it, and it's perfectly fine. So it's just a little rusty. And they also told me that the sway bar end links that go from the sway bar down to your control arm, which, by the way, the ball joints on this vehicle are just pressed into the lower control arm. So the control arm itself is like $50. So I just got, both sides. And they said, the sway bar end links were completely shot as well, but they didn't fail it on that. But they said all the bushings were completely like rotted out and everything. And that's not the case either. They were all still perfectly fine and pliable rubber. So I have a re-inspection this morning at 8 a.m. with, I guess, the store manager or whoever he is. I asked for the manager. It kind of took a while to actually be able to speak to a manager because they kept wanting to, try to help me over the phone. Like, well, what's the call about? I'm like, it's about an inspection I had. Like, oh, well, we can set you up for an inspection. I'm like, no, I just need to speak to a manager. I'm like, well, what's it about? I'm like, an inspection I had. Like, well, we can set you up for an inspection. I'm like, no, I just need to speak to the manager. I need to figure out why all the stuff's on here is not matching up with my vehicle of what's wrong and what's, still good. So I have about 30 minutes or so till my re-inspection. It's supposed to be the manager and then this technician is supposed to look at it. And it said, yeah, ball joints, rotors, sway bar broken. I don't know. I don't understand how they think that thing's broken. So if they still say it's broken, I'm like, show me exactly where you see it's broken. Because I see nothing, and it's definitely not hanging. And if you've worked on vehicles, you would know that they go to the end link on the control arm. It's a little tiny bar, about that tall, maybe a little bit more. And it goes up, and it connects to your sway bar. Your sway bar goes over, and about half the distance between the middle of the vehicle and that end link, there's a kind of a U bracket with a bushing in it. So in between that bushing and the end link, you could cut that bar in half and it's going to sit perfectly straight. So I don't understand I don't even know why I don't know. because they came out and sat with me in the waiting room, and the guy explained all this to me. I'm like, huh. And they quoted me, he said, over $1,000, more than likely it's $1,500 out the door. I'm like, okay. I'm like, yeah, I'll order the parts and I'll do it. He's like, well, we actually have really good pricing and they're not gonna get much cheaper than that. I'm like, well, I just ordered all the parts, everything in the car for under $350. And you're trying to quote me $1,000? So it's a little screwed, but we'll see what happens. Maybe they'll make things right and pass it, and then I can go get this thing legal today. But got my little yellow slip saying it failed. So we'll see. I'll let you guys know. Alright guys, so I got back from my re-inspection, and it's actually the sway bar where it bolts on to the end link on the passenger side. Apparently they're hollow from the factory and it's cracked there. So there was no, it's split in half and it's hanging like I was told. So pretty much there's miscommunication between the tech that did the inspection and the guy that delivers the inspection, I guess, or explains to the customer what's going on, which is really, really backwards. There's something wrong with the vehicle. The tech that discovered the issue should be the one explaining it to the customer, and like what they did, they showed me what was actually going on. As far as the brakes, he said that was his bad, that, you know, they do have enough life on them. He said the rotors still need to be replaced because they're grooved, which not really grooved, but and then the ball joints, it's actually mainly just the driver's side ball joint, which I was checking on the passenger side because they said both were bad. So I'm like, I don't see how you're getting really much play out of this at all. So yeah, so as of right now, I'm back at the house and I'm gonna jack up the vehicle and see if I can get some stuff repaired, and hopefully it goes smoothly. If it does, I'm gonna call and see if I can get it re-inspected if everything goes smoothly. So yeah, I'll let you know what's going on. Alrighty, so as you can tell, I'm really dirty. I got all the parts replaced. I don't know if you can see very well. New sway bar and all that fun stuff, new brakes. You can see in there all. So these were the one or under a millimeter brake pads. Like, they still have a lot of meat left on them. All four, like, identical. A lot of meat left on them. But went ahead and replaced everything, because I had everything apart. And yeah, surprisingly it went pretty smoothly. The worst part about it was putting that sway bar in there, fishing it in there and being like, I really hope I put that in the right direction. And then of course when you open up the end links that came with the sway bar, they're like, oh, this is marked driver's side down. You know, that probably would have been helpful when you get to the actual sway bar part, not the end links. But luckily I guess paid attention enough and got it in there the right direction. Pretty much I just laid it out next to the old one. I'm like, yeah, looks like the same way. Stuck it on there, so. Trying to pick up, oh, you wouldn't believe how much stuff you get out when you're taking something apart. And you're like, I need more tools, and then it takes you an hour to put everything away. But, oh well, everything went smooth, and I have another inspection at 4 o'clock today, so I should be good to go. Should be able to get into the DMV tomorrow morning when they first open, and then I'll be good to go. So thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.